Alright, you guys. So, after posting that poll, I quickly realized who the clear-cut winner out of the 4 options is. So, this is me hopping on my 2-plus-year-old Alio from back when I played in Punjab before even Gondwa came out. So, let's see what's poppin'. I haven't played Alio since quite literally forever. Let's see. I must have casually logged in and just ran around here. I don't even remember. But anyway, let's take a look at the abilities. I want to have lots of bites. Since it has so many abilities, wink wink. Not really, but... very good. Kill attack. And the roar, which I sadly cannot use as a solo. I kind of wish they made it... Okay, maybe this is a bit too overwhelming for my HUD. Oh, I'm gonna yeet them out of here. So first let's check full... Oh my god, 19... I've never seen that before. 99 players is... Okay, I've never seen that before. So... the playstyle. Pretty much, we're gonna be... Since we have so little abilities, we're gonna try to make the absolute most out of the kit that we've been given. And I think this is... Yeah, I did make one video. In case you haven't watched it a couple months back, I made one video here. Hunting an aloe. So that's where these 4 discovered locations are from. I did successfully hunt a full-grown adult aloe with Alio, and you can sift through my content and find it. Anyways, we've been given ambush. The wiki says it does 150% increased damage. So it's gonna be absolutely imperative that we get the jump on somebody and land preferably a headshot. But the shot speed is really nice, I really like it. And the sprint speed is pretty much the second fastest creature in the game behind Struthio. So we have to make use of that. Oh, how... It feels so great being back in Pajura. I have missed this lake. I have missed this lake. Wow. Okay. So, not sure if there's... I don't want to go to SLL immediately. And for those of you guys who don't know, SLL is this right here, this location. And it's basically impact crater of Banjura. Okay? So I don't want to go there just yet. I want to go to Talon's Point, and Talon's Point is somewhat like Salt Flats or Green Valley. In terms of popularity, of course. Am I hearing footsteps? I'm gonna get this critter. I remember Alio having like 30 bite damage back a couple months ago. And now when I checked, it says that it has 55. Oh, it really has a small stomach. And now that I checked, it says that it has 55 damage per bite, which puts it almost on par with Conca bite, which is quite good. It's a very solid number. I'm just really squishy. That's pretty much the weakness of Alio, is its squishiness. Yeah, I need to play Banjuro more often. I really miss this. stroke. Do I want to go? Yeah, let's go up here. Also, this is a very populated place right here. Little brook meadow, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it's called. Quite enjoying the speed on this thing, wow. And I wonder what the fall damage resistance is. Let's see. Well, okay, so it's almost a raptor. Holy. That's pretty much raptor fall resistance. That's quite insane, actually. I mean, I do have the leap passive. I think that the long distance runner is too much. It's going overboard because you already have your stamina drain and regen is already on par with pretty much everybody else. Well, the dinos that have great stamina. And then on top of that, you're way faster, which means you can cover more distance with the same stamina pool compared to, say, for example, in a killer, right? So going long distance runner, I don't see the point of it. I think having leap is way better. Did I just hear footsteps? This is quite eerie, you guys. 98 players, yet I haven't seen a single soul. This looks so nice. As you can see, I always went with camo colors, even before anybody knew I existed. Ouch. It was quite the fall wall. This should be a cantron based on the footsteps. Stampede? Sounds like multiple. Ooh, nice. It's a Sarco. Somebody. No, you don't, bro. GG's. How come this guy doesn't have a trophy? He's pretty much adult. Like, seriously, he is adult. Look at the size. And Alio is huge. Also, props to little Maggie here for being so brave. Wow. If that charge bite touched me, it would have deleted me from existence, by the way. And that was quite satisfying. Despite being a Sarco on land, he pretty much put up zero fight. He didn't put up a fight at all. I low-key almost feel bad. But then it's a Sarco. I remember it's a Sarco, so I don't. This is the lakeside meadow and the little brook meadow. That's where the players are. That's where they usually are. Used to, back in the day when fighting players, say an aloe was chasing you and you had like a raptor or something, you could just come up here and sort of bait them and you could just drop down, and if they fell, you know what would happen. Am I hearing footsteps again? I don't know why I can barely hear things. Nostalgia through the roof. Yeah, but pretty sure I didn't have a better option here. Other than this, yeah. Did I change it? I'm gonna leave this cheetah pattern here with a little black teardrops. Quite literally, Alio is the cheetah of Pathoftitans. Very slender build, very squishy, but damn is it fast. So I gotta treat it as such, and I gotta hunt with that mentality, right? Yep, Little Brook Meadow, there we go. So for those of you who don't know, or who might ask, yeah, see that's hype up. Who might ask what the difference is between Venjura and Gondwa in terms of questing? Venjura has a 5-minute cooldown between quests, and Gondwa has a 2-minute cooldown. And Venjura gives a ton of marks per quest, a literally ton of marks, whereas Gondwa doesn't really. So okay, let's try to take on this Picno here. I have to be as inconspicuous as possible. Not sure if he saw me. He seems unbothered. Okay. Unsure if they are, or who they are with. Back you be lining it for me. On charge, bro. Oh, that hurt. See how squishy I am, guys. But damn, the Packy does a lot of damage, and it's ridiculous. Oh, okay, good. I have to isolate the Packy somehow. And I have to try to get the first hit in. These guys are not rookies. I messed up, Packy. Oh, I messed up too! Oh, that was really bad. Yeah, this can be it for me, guys. If he charges me right now, I'm goner. But something tells me he doesn't have enough stamina to do it. Oh my god, little Maggie is protecting me. Yo, that's a little Maggie from before. Okay, I'm gonna do something very risky right now. Is that another Packy? I think, if I remember correct, the mixed packing is worse here than it is in Gondwa. Pretty sure I can see the Packy sleeping on top of the rock there. That one that was chasing me. Also, why is my heal not kicking in? I think they got the map. See you guys, ambusher. You won't catch me, bro. See, guys, make use of ambusher. This is how you're supposed to play Alio, at least. That's what I think, but ooh, man. I have to evade the second charge now. Ooh, you have brace legs, I forgot. Don't you dare charge. Hehehehe. Yeah, that was my game plan all along. That's why I waited there, because I wanted to use ambusher damage to finish off the hurt packy. And it worked. Perfect. Now I just gotta leave somewhere where they don't anticipate me to go. Ooh, that's an iguanodon. Guys, nowhere is safe in Banjura, I'm telling you. The beginning of this video was just the calm before the storm, pretty much. So, ambusher, here's what I think. Because the wiki says 150% damage multiplier, okay? And from my experience playing many different games, that usually means two things. Either it means a 1.5x multiplier, which when you do the math, it means only 50% increased damage. So if you do 100, it's going to do 150. Or if they stay true to the wording, which is 150% damage multiplier, then it would be a 2.5x multiplier, which would put in a 100 damage attack. It would put it into 2.5. 250 damage range. So either this bite does 82 point something damage with ambush, or it does 137.5, around that. And I'm really hoping it's the latter, because then it makes it really powerful. Especially when fighting packies and such. But those Mixpackers must be really pissed right now that I offed one of their members and I got away. And this is the beauty of Alio, you guys. Alio kind of reminds me of Carno in Isle Legacy. I haven't played much every map, so I can speak for Legacy only. Basically, in Legacy, Carno was, and is still, the fastest creature. And what I used to do with it would be to just roam around and pick my fights, and I would just find, example, a mix pack. I would target the weakest member and take him out. And then they would run after me, just like you saw what happened. I would get away, then I would come back, and I would just pick them off one by one. And there was literally nothing they could do, because I could outrun them, so I could chase them down and I could run away from them. Which means I control the flow of the fight, and I control when fights take place. This is a superpower, you guys. It's a superpower. Being able to choose and to control fights is a superpower. It's not all about the damage. That almost sounded like a conquer. So, the reason I'm taking this trophy to Cascades is because there's a good chance of there being players there. So that's mainly why. And I can also just explain the gameplay in the meantime. And can let the waters cool down a bit at Talon's Point, because those Mixpackers are angry and now they're wreaking havoc there, it seems. So Alio is pretty much a really good counter to Packies, as long as you don't whiff your 1v1, let's say, and you take too many hits and you miss your bites. Let me see. So you make use of Ambusher. You go as close as possible and you land the first hit. It's imperative you do that if you want to win, because that makes a huge difference against the dinos such as Packies. Ouch. Okay, I'm fine. Okay. And also you saw how clutch leap came in, because otherwise that whatchamacallit, that fall would have just ended me. There we go. Beautiful. Now I will scout out Cascades. And if I find nothing, I could potentially either return to Talon's Point or I could go to SLL, Spined Lizard Lagoon. Pretty sure my subspecies is 25% increased in jump height, which pairs really well with leap. If you want my honest opinion, I think that's the best subspecies for Alio. Oh, there's a small Miragaya here. But yeah, I'm not gonna be touching it. Why did it seem like that guy didn't even see me? Is there something in the... Oh, that's a whole crocodile in there. This is Sarco. What is he doing? Is this guy drunk? Also, doesn't he look a bit small? I think he's sub-adult, like early sub. Let's see if he's gonna attempt to charge bite me. Yo, Labroski. What are you doing, man? This guy do be looking chill. I'm just gonna leave him be. I will pretend I did not see anything. So, off to... Huh. Also, Riverland over here is a very nice spot. It's frequented. So pretty much the hotspots in this game. This is the main one. This is the second one. And then Talon's Point is also populated somewhat. Then you got Riverland with a deep lake over here. And also this spot right here, this grasslands are quite populated. So Panjura is, I would say, it's more action-packed simply because it's smaller, but it fits the same amount of players in. And also people have been playing here for far longer than they have been in Gondwa. So if you've never tried out Panjura and you just straight went to Gondwa, especially if you watched my content, you probably did as a new player, I would highly suggest, highly recommend you to also try out Ventura. It's a different experience. It's a different landscape. Sadly, there is no flyers here and no swimmers. There's semi-aquatics, but not true swimmers, like the Urinosaurus, for example. But besides that, it's a really fun map. And low-key makes me wish right now there was a third map. Maybe in the future, who knows. But yeah, I think what we need the most right now is an Alio, Thalasso, and Meg TLC. Either of the three I would really appreciate. This is a nice little stone pond. This is a nice little questing place. I used to grow here quite often, actually. But yeah, let's hope to find a dino that is not part of a huge mix pack that we can hunt. I would ideally prefer an Allosaurus. That would be a really nice fight. There was a time, like 3 years ago, when Alioramus pretty much had 3k combat weight. And you could go from the edge of the map to the other edge on like half a stamina pool, maybe 75%. That's how crazy it used to be. And there was no cooldown on the tail attack, so people would pretty much play Alio with a tail, like a Kentro, like a super Kentro with a nitro boost. It was quite fun back then. And the only thing that could realistically catch it would be a Meg, if it stacked enough venom and just drained all its stamina pool. It's actually what I did in the past. I would hunt Alios with my Meg back when venom was actually good. It took a while, but the venom did its job, and then I would just catch up to them sleeping, and they could just only trot away. And that was it for them. And it was like a packy hunting machine. Packies would stand no chance. But now that is quite weaker, quite squishier, and packies do ludicrous amounts of damage. It has become harder since. But still, it's still a good option to hunt packies. Like if you got friends and you want to hunt packies, just play all of you 3 Alios, for example, and you're gonna have a blast. You're just gonna wipe out all the packies off the map. Ouch, it's gonna hurt. Taking shortcuts because I can't be asked to run around when I have this kind of fall damage resistance. And we're almost here. I just gotta be wary to be full HP. And be prepared to face multiple Mixpackers. Gotta slide down. Slidey slide. There we go. So I have to watch out for Sarcos here because they can and will grab me. So I have to drink in the shallow spots, and I'll show you in a bit which ones they are. So right here is a nice spot. So I've noticed Alio's resources, all the hunger and thirst, drain quite quickly. And that's mainly due to them having very low capacity in total. That's why they refill so quickly as well. It's not that this drain is high, it's the overall capacity is very low. Example, if a Suku has 300 hunger, then Ali would have like 100 only. And 100 would drain much faster than 300, obviously. Anyways, SLL is a hotspot as always. Not surprised at all. I do need food though. I love that the footsteps are barely audible when you're trotting. That's really nice. Usually this is where the party's at. Where I'm headed right now. I can already hear multiple footsteps. It was a Metri and a Dakarthy. Metri is a really tough fight for this guy. Really tough fight because he's gonna pop healing call and can dish out a lot of damage because of the weight difference. Well, let's try it out. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's okay, I landed like 4 hits and he landed only 1. That's a good trade. It's gonna be annoying. What is this little Kentra doing? Oof, I'm so squishing. This guy is also very low. Ooh! Well, the little Kentra is MVP. He body blocked me at the right moment. But I did get the Metri quite low, actually. So, I'm not too worried about this performance. It wasn't bad at all with the tools I was given and with the situation, because I did get damaged by the Kentro. Sorry, I did get body blocked by the Kentro. I did get damaged by the Deinonychus. And despite all of that, I still managed to get the Metri to low health. Even though there is an insane combat weight and health HP difference between us two. So one thing I just kind of came to a realization is that in these situations, say the Metri was completely alone and I wanted to out DPS it. So how would I go about it? I'd basically have to go in and land a couple hits and get out and wait for my combat timer to reset and then go in and basically do an ambush attack every time out of combat timer. So every 30 seconds do an ambush hit on it to just out damage the Metri or similar sized dino. With that strategy, I'm pretty sure that it is very doable to bring them down. To bring their HP down to manageable levels. To make up for your squishiness, right? Because again, like I said, you can run away. You can control fights. So use that to your advantage. And use it alongside Ambusher to gain an advantage in the fight. And that is sadly something that I didn't apply in the fight against Metri. But it's okay. I will hopefully get the chance to do that again very soon. I just need to find another player. See, when I attacked the Metri at first, and I landed like 3 good shots on it alongside Ambush, that was pretty much the Metri's quarter HP bar. That was really good. This would have been more of a fair fight without the additional small dinos attacking me at the same time. Well, let's go over to this spot here. I don't know why I went in circles. I got caught away talking about the fight. I kind of wish that this tail attack did knockback, because it does very little damage. I think it's like 15. It's almost nothing. So they really do need to give it a better arsenal, in my opinion, because it's almost at the lasso at the current stage. I wonder if that's a pick now. No, that's too many footsteps. Wait, no, that's 2 Picnos. Okay. 2 Picnos is too much though. Let me stalk them and see where they're going. Very interested to know where these guys are going right now. Footsteps stopped completely. Gotta watch out if they're resting. I'm very confused right now. They just vanished into thin air. Wonder if they took a sharp turn and went to the home cave. Also, look at this scaling. Alio is a really good climber. We go hear them again. Up you boys, you both have the same colors, eh? Okay, so this guy's gonna come down here to catch me, and this guy's gonna attempt to knock me down. And I'm banking on this guy trying to do it, and sliding down. And I just did that. Yeah. I really gotta use the terrain here. I gotta watch out because the braced legs are really dangerous. Can you stop sliding, bro? For God's sake. Yeah, too obvious, man. Too obvious. Bro. Oh my god. They're eating these feints like candy. Oh, this turn. Oof. Come on, bro. It's friendly down here. Oh, this is what happens. When I crouch, I slide down. That's pretty much what gets me. Oh, that dealt too much damage. It's my bit, yeah. And the charge wasn't even, it wasn't even a full second length to deal that much damage. Oh man, this thing is way harder to survive than I thought. But we can't give up, can we? Also, that was too thickness, let's be honest. I have to keep trying, though. Despite the failure, we gotta keep trying. Because every dinosaur I've played, there's always a way to, there's always a proper way, quote-unquote, to play it. And there surely is a proper way to play Alio. And I'm quite new to playing this dinosaur, so it is only natural. I'm not too worried about it. So let's keep roaming and try to find ourselves a lone dino. If that was one Pycno, it would have been very different, but I did make a mistake there by running uphill, especially knowing they have braced legs. That was on me. Should have continued to go jumping down the rocks and going around, but not straight uphill from Pycnos. Especially in a narrow space where that was incredibly hard to dodge a charge. I just was surprised by the amount of damage the charge did for such a short wind-up time. But then again, it could very well, the charge could still be bugged, I wouldn't be surprised. Probably sometimes does a lot of damage and other times does barely any damage. I'm really hoping there's a suitable prey in grasslands here. And I don't want to get the growth in, so I'm just gonna use my secret nest. So get the last nudge of growth. So another thing we learned is that when you're on a cliffside and you're standing perfectly fine, if you crouch, your hitbox is gonna become weird and you're gonna slide down the mountain. So that is good to know. Again, you guys, this episode is not about me just instantly going and wrecking the entire server. This is me figuring out Alio together with you and providing helpful insight on it. And slowly improving on it together. So usually there's a rock over here, and Mixpackers like to stand on top of it, so the river is drained more than halfway. So there should be people here. Maybe Grassland Lake has somebody. Yeah, you can see how Braced Legs is superior to Pure Speed. If you give me the choice between Pure Speed and Braced Legs on a dino, I will always choose Braced Legs. And this is the rock where they like to hang out. Strangely enough, nobody here for now. What they like doing is going here, if I can even do it. If I can jump high enough. Yeah, there we go. Usually packies sit on top here and they just observe all the grasslands. Man, why is grassland so empty on a full overflowing server? Let's see if the lake is faring any better. I highly doubt it, but you never know. They kinda need to change the run animation because it's so fast it feels actually super slow with this animation. The animation, I think, needs to match the speed of this dinosaur, which it totally doesn't. It's the same with Picno as well. Well, anybody home? Hello? Yellow? Okay, I see something. Oh, Oh, there's a lamp. Please don't log, bro. I need you. You're one of the toughest targets to hunt, but I need you, though. Please don't log, please don't log, please don't log. I gotta land a hit and just evade in time, not to get hit by rodeo kick. Hello? Are you AFK? Hello? Hello, hello? Bruh. Nah. Bro, I finally found someone. Come on, why do you have to be AFK, man? I don't even know what kind of trophy he gives. If it's a vertebrae, I don't really want it. Dude, can you come back to your senses, please? Oh, that's such a shame. And he somehow logged through... Okay. Yeah. I think somebody said replay tool, right? But, okay. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but that did look like a combat log. Because I hit him with a tail, and I was in combat timer, and he just vanished. That did look very suspicious. Very suspicious. So I might check with the replay tool later. I don't even know which one it is. Okay, so let's go for one. I want to do one final attempt. And for that I need to go to the... what's it called? The Great Lake. Excuse me. It's kind of annoying that I'm not finding lone players outside of hotspots, because usually I didn't have this much trouble finding players in remote places. But also, at the same time, that was quite a long time ago I played here. So, I'm just gonna go for the lake or SLO and keep my hopes high. That is literally all I can do right now. Is push forward and hope. This episode, if anything, is more like a mental struggle of a solo Alio player. It's like a mixed... It's like mixed feelings from being fragile and having to be careful, and then coping with quote-unquote loneliness, not being able to find other players, despite being one of the fastest creatures in the game, which is quite ironic and poetic at the same time. I don't know, I did expect this episode to be more action-packed, if I'm honest with you. And if some of you guys are not going to like this episode, I can absolutely understand. However, I'm choosing to upload this anyways, just to get your opinion. I want to see how it does. I want to see if it's even, if it's entertaining for you guys. Maybe I'm just being too self-conscious here. Maybe it's all fine and you guys are gonna love it, or you guys are gonna hate it. Either way, whichever, I would like to know in the comments section what you guys think. And as a quote-unquote first try of Alio, I would ask you to bear with me on this one. I think Alio is like an easy to play, hard to master dinosaur so far. It's giving me that vibe. I think that, my honest opinion, it is way too big to be this fragile. It has way too big of a hitbox and way too, in return, too much trouble turning and turn fighting to be this squishy. Like, this is it should have its 3k combat weight, in my honest opinion. Maybe they can lower the bite damage a bit if they want to. I wouldn't even do that. And I would just put it straight to 3k combat weight with its current set of abilities. Because it doesn't make sense to be the same weight as a Conka and be squishier than a Conka and be double the size of a Conka. Does that make sense? Sure, I'm fast, but that doesn't mean that I have to be the size of a truck and be squishier than a bicycle. This is perfect levitation right here. You can only master this technique of levitating after you have meditated enough in Panjura. It's kind of those cartoon moments where the villain forgets that there's no ground underneath. The moment he realizes, he starts falling. Okay, thank God we're close. We are close. Yikes. I have to be very careful on the next fight I pick. As I've been saying lots of observations about this dinosaur, but I haven't been really respecting my own statements. And I think that's what caused me to lose the previous 2 fights. So let's hope we can redeem ourselves here. Gotta be careful here, I don't get dragged. That's all, yeah, seems populated. That's a critter. I think I saw a pic now. Dakarthy. The Titan running away. You see running from the Dakarthy? They sizing each other. Oh, it's two of them. Oh. Okay, they're being... Oh, is this the same Kentro from... I think it is. Don't think they've seen me. Oh, there we go. Kind of want the conquer. Yeah, I need to help the Titan. Gotta help him get away. My god, I didn't see that. I'm destroying this conqueror. Come here, bro. You as well, little weasel. I have a bone to pick with you. Don't you dare run to the dock. Yeah, keep wasting that stun. Go for it. Something's behind me. It's another dino. Oof. Yes! Yes! That's what you get! Yeah! We have redeemed ourselves! Let's go! Oh my god. I have a piece of meat and I've got water up here. Oh, that was so good, you guys. See, now this is what I'm talking about. This is how I should have played all along. Picking my targets carefully. You know what? This can wait. Stamina is more important right now. Oh, I wish I could have gotten that little weasel of a dino. Oh, you better not see me, mech. So just FYI, guys, the Conca is more than capable of face tanking me. It has a flat 100 HP advantage and a 5 damage advantage, bite per bite. So the Conca should have simply fought me, like just face tanked me. But instead it chose to be scared of my bigger size, which is one indirect advantage you have as an Alio, your bigger frame. Since you know, it's a bad thing when it comes to turn fighting, it's a good thing at intimidation, right? So that's one thing that came into play. And the other thing is because I was low health, but I was hyper aggressive and basically telling them, hey, I'm not low health, you know? I'm perfectly capable of fighting you. That's kind of message I was conveying. I was banking on my aggressiveness, just making the Conca panic and making him go out of his way to avoid getting hit by me, which allowed me to land way more hits than I should have been able to. And yeah, 2 Concas in the middle of ducks, in the middle of 2 Dinons, and I got hit literally by everyone there. And I still managed to come out. Now this is what I'm talking about. So quite nice. I'll be honest, guys. I need to get the hang of this dino. It's not something you can do immediately on your first playthrough. But as long as you subtract useful information from your mistakes, just like in this episode we did, you're gonna improve, vastly improve. And yeah, so 1 hour episode of Alio. It went how it went. I hope that it was really enjoyable. I did have fun, despite the shortcomings. I did have fun in this episode. So I hope you guys like it. Please let me know in the comments what you thought. And if you would want me to do more Alio gameplay, do let me know and I will do more. All right? So I'll see you in the next one and take care.